Hello! Welcome to Roll For It. This is a character creation video, generation video, summary video for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Take it away, Maggie.
Welcome. We'll see how wholesome we stay.
So wholesome! Like the disclaimer right away.
I'm not going to go too much into the setting. I think everyone understands that it's My Little Pony. We are going to be basically utilizing the world and the map of Equestria. So if you look in your handouts, there is a map of Equestria there. So if you ever want to look over it and see all the different areas in Equestria, we will probably be starting in Ponyville, and then we can go out from there pending our adventures. This is only going to be a 4-adventure campaign, so not going to do anything too crazy. A lot of it's going to be... I really actually love the system, and I wanted to give some background story for those of you who are on the board about My Little Pony. The system's actually really well done, and I was looking into why. It's because it was created by one of the creators of Warhammer 40k, and I was like, that's so interesting, because he made the game specifically for his daughter. So it has really great systems in it, and it's simple, and I think it's going to be a great utility because it's very RP, like with the way that we usually run things. It'll be so easy for people just to roll with their RP, and then if there's moments where I feel like it's necessary, I'll jump in, or if they have questions about the world thing where they're like, I want to find a book about this spell, then that's when I step in. But otherwise, I'm more of a storyteller, very similar to like World of Darkness or our Buffy the Vampire Slayer campaign, if you guys watch any of that. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but basically there will be challenges and challenge ratings, and if they would like to combat it, they can either do it solo, or if there's with friends, they can help benefit friends. And there's a thing called friendship. Friendship is very similar to drama points in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So if you watch our stuff over there, players will start with 5, and there's chances where I can give them stuff if they're doing things that are friendship related, or they can spend it to help each other out. So that's pretty simple. And I'm gonna just kind of like walk around, and we'll meet all the characters and talk about their families and all of that stuff, so I can have all that information. We're gonna start, and I guess we should introduce our new person too. Many of you guys know Random Tuesday, and 8-Bit's joining us again, so welcome back, 8-Bit.
Yeah.
And of course, Under Elysium and I, but we have a new person, Erin.
Hi!
I want to welcome you to the Rollport family. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to introduce yourself, like you're Erin yourself, not your character first. Just
Erin
myself.
myself.
Tell people about who you are and like what you do in the world, because she's a little bit newer to tabletop.
My name is Erin Fitzgerald. I've been a voice actor for the last 20 years, like before people called us voice actor. My first job was a little show called Ed, Edd and Eddy on Cartoon Network. So I'm pretty sure most of you were raised by me. You're welcome. I've been in lots of really cute friendship shows. It seem to have a theme: Monster High, Ever After High, Dragon Tales, friendship. I don't know what else to say. That's all I got. You're welcome.
One person said when they were looking up your CV, they were like, this is my childhood. And I was like, that is exactly how Erin sells it. She's like, I'm probably a big portion of your childhood. So I know there was there's always concern whenever we bring a new Roll For It person onto our into our cast family. But honestly, everyone we brought in has been amazing, and you will see her talents in play, because she's awesome. So I'm gonna go around and have everyone introduce their characters. We'll go with Erin last, so she can kind of not feel pressure, because I know that sometimes being the new person, you're like, I don't know what's happening.
Feel a lot of pressure.
We'll put the pressure on EE first, because oh my gosh, their little characters are so cute. We got the art back. Ilsa's doing the art again. She's our wholesome artist, and I love EE's character. So introduce us to your character, EE.
Hi, I'm Winter Snow, and I'm a Pegasus. I work making clouds and stuff, and my specialty is snow.
So cute.
So cute. Oh my
So, are you
That's
from
it.
Cloudsdale? Where like, does your family live in Ponyville? Well, obviously they have to, I would assume, unless you're there with a different family or something.
I live in Ponyville now, but my family live in Cloudsdale.
how'd you get to Ponyville? Like, what are you here for then?
I live in Ponydale because they need someone to monitor the snow and make sure they get the right levels of snow.
I guess, is all your family in Cloudsdale? Because our first episode's going to start with you guys being little fillies.
Yes. My mum works on making the lightning bolts, and my dad works in the snowflake factory.
Okay. Who do you stay with in Ponyville?
I don't know. I haven't discussed this with the other player characters yet.
We could figure that out together.
Okay.
We could figure that out with the power of friendship.
Maybe we're at a boarding school.
Well, how it works is Ponyville has their own school, and normally all the fillies go to school in the same school. And as they grow up, you know, you go out and do your own thing. Usually, you have a job of some sort. Like,
Okay.
in EA's case, he would work for bits by doing stuff snow related or etc.
Well, we're just little kids right now.
Yeah, you'll start out for episode 1 being we're gonna start out with them being little fillies, and they won't even have their cutie marks.
Okay.
That's okay.
Lauren-
I don't need a cutie mark. I can just stay here.
I know. EE's character is going to be precious. So for all of those haters out there who said he couldn't do wholesome, I think he's going to be able to do it. Unless he all of a sudden goes on a murder rampage, which could also be horrifying.
You've seen my aspect of friendship. You know what happens.
Yeah, I'm afraid of your friendship.
I'm afraid of your.
I've heard that before.
I just want to kind of know your guys' families because I have to role play as them. So knowing like where you guys would live and all that stuff will help.
Whoa. Okay. Good.
Lauren,
Hi.
talk a little bit about your character, which I'm very excited about. So if you guys don't know who Daring Do is, you're gonna probably
You're
hear a
gonna
lot about it.
You're gonna know all about Daring Do. My name is Scout Venture, and I'm an Earth Pony, and I am born and raised in Ponyville. And my family are the Venture family, and well, I am the most adventurous, but other members of my family are very adventurous. They were one of the first families to found Ponyville, I have been told. I don't actually know if that's true, but I like to think it's true because it makes sense. And then we became less adventurous, but I'm going to make us more adventurous because my favorite person in the whole world is Daring Do, and she is the most exciting. She is the most adventurous pony that I ever encountered.
Oh, okay.
What is it about Daring Do that you love so much?
Daring Do saves the world with her daring escapades. She discovers ancient artifacts that have never been discovered before, except by the people who made them. Is that really discovery? We can think about that at another time in issues of colonialism. I don't think it's in Ponyville.
Your parents, do you have like defined things that your parents do? For instance, like he kind of had an idea of what he wanted his mom and dad to do. Do you have any siblings or anything like that?
I think Scout Venture is an only child, and her parents are a little confused sometimes by how much more adventurous she is. She's a lot like her great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother.
That's a lot of greats.
She was really great.
Did you get to meet your great grandmother, or was you just know that through word of mouth?
I just know this through what my parents. You can reduce the number of greats depending on how old Ponyville's supposed to be at the time.
Yeah.
I just have been told this. Also, her second aunt and her parents are the least adventurous of the Venture family. She has family members that live in Manhattan
Okay.
and Appaloosa.
Manhattan.
Oh, that
and
sounds
Appaloosa.
really scary.
Manhattan is the best city in Canterlot.
But there are ponies there.
Sorry, Equestria.
There are so many ponies.
Canterlot
that's
is a whole
been
nother
exciting.
area.
But I'm going to discover things that have never been discovered before in the Badlands at the edge of the maps.
Oh God. Okay, so
That
you
sounds intimidating.
you aspire to be.
I do.
Oh boy, you're gonna be the danger one.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
A lot
about.
of trouble with that pony.
Yeah,
This is how it becomes.
y'all
an
are gonna get into
uncle song.
trouble with that one.
You gotta have one of those.
No, I think her parents are probably do fairly mundane things in Ponyville.
Okay.
Like
I can
run a
make that.
restaurant.
Okay. Do mundane things. Okay. Yeah, it's just more of like if you guys had an idea of like what you wanted, I didn't want to like deter from that. I want to be the best parent I can be.
Yeah, I imagine
That's
a little bit like the
okay.
relationship between Pinkie Pie and her family, where like she's kind of the odd
Yeah, the
one
mom and
out.
dad are like, "Are you sure you can babysit?"
I just watched the episode like last night. So good.
Oh, you did? Yeah, it's a little chaotic, but in the end, it all comes together. Aphid, let's talk about your character next. Unless Lauren, you had anything else you wanted to add in there.
No, I think that covers everything you need
All
to
right.
know about her.
All right, so I don't know exactly how I want to voice Yo-Yo yet. I'm torn between two different ones. So one of them could.
Ooh, give us the voices and we can let you know.
Okay,
which
so
one.
one of them is like, I'm just kind of weird and just strange, and I love clouds. Oh my goodness. My favorite thing about clouds is they're just so fluffy, you know? It's just so weird. Like, she's just kind of off the wall, kooky. She lives in the moment. Yeah, she lives in the moment. She doesn't really think a few steps ahead of what she's trying to do. She's just in the here and now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She's very naive. Very,
So she's susceptible to things that Scout wants to do.
100%. So
Perfect.
Scout's like, go in that cave and look for danger. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a fun time.
But the cave looks scary.
For fun.
And I do want to mention that if you guys do venture into like dangerous areas, a lot of the times if you've watched My Little Pony, it's not like they have to fight anything. You have to come up with creative ways. It's kind of like the situation with like the lion and like the stick in his paw, right? Like looks dangerous, is super big and like scary, but when you go to the source of it, you find out why is he like being angry and attacking people? Oh, it's because there's a thing in his paw, and all he really needs is somebody to help him and be his friend.
Yeah.
So you're always your goal should always be to, even if something's big and scary, like Ursa or
created.
Yeah, you have to get creative and think about it like, oh, they just need a friend. You know, sometimes it's like that.
Exactly.
Or we could just go home and leave the big scary lion in the cave.
That's not a good idea.
All right, Aphid. Tell us a little bit more about Yo-Yo.
So for Yo-Yo, Yo-Yo is an interesting character. So Yo-Yo never knew their father. But Yo-Yo is raised by just her mother. Her mother is a well-known toy maker in Baltimore, but they moved to Ponyville back before she was ever born. So her mom is like super well known for making crazy, extravagant, really cool toys, and her mom is just as weird as.
I'm having so much fun playing that character. I'm into it.
Like when the mom and Yo-Yo are talking, and the mom's name's Doll. So when Doll and Yo-Yo are talking to each other, it's like people look at it and they're like, "What's happening? Like, are they okay over there? Are all their screws loose? Like, what's going on?" So Yo-Yo doesn't know what they want to do in life because Yo-Yo doesn't have very good patience. And when you are making toys, patience is one of the big things that you need to make sure that you're crafting these toys to make them look good. So she's kind of having an identity crisis, I'm assuming, at the start of this, and not knowing what she's meant to do and what she wants to do. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what she's really good at, but I think later on, once her cutie mark's revealed, I mean, we'll know exactly what Yo-Yo's good at.
Yeah, well, we're going to show art. So I think by the time people see this, they'll see all the art of all your characters. So they'll know what your guys' marks look like as well.
So
you can talk about it if you want.
She she doesn't know exactly what that means, but like flamenco, tango, disco, hula, you name it. Like she loves to study dance and the way that it makes her feel good about herself. She's a thicker pony, so she I don't know if that's something to tackle in My Little Pony, but it makes her feel
represent.
Yeah, it just makes her feel good about herself, and it makes the other people around her feel good about
yes.
Well, so that's
I mean, you can bring up like if she ever feels weird about it or anything like that, but I think we might not tackle it because we only have 4 episodes.
Yeah,
but I think it and that's also an iffy subject for some people. But I think
totally.
being body positive is definitely something we can talk about. 'cause I think
I'm
that's
thick. I'm allowed to talk about thickness because me myself is thick. So
I'm with you.
it's called representation.
Hell yeah. Cool. Anything else you want to add, 8-Bit? I love it.
She's very unkempt, so she does not like brushes. She does not brush her mane. Her mane is just like all over the place. And she's very difficult to talk to sometimes because her mind goes all over the place.
Oh, so you're like a little like ADHD.
Kind of ADHD, yeah.
Okay, awesome. And last but not least, our final pony.
Okay. Hi, my name is Smiley Bright. I am from Vancouver with my mom and my dad. My mom is a scientist lady thingy. What I don't know what she does, but it's very tech related. And she got posted to Ponyville because she's the smartest in the land and she's a unicorn and she does really smart things. That's why Bright. And my dad, he doesn't talk very much. He's really, really quiet. He's an earth pony and he wears glasses and reads all the time. And he reads books. He doesn't like to use devices. And my mom's always on a device, but my dad just likes books because he's old school and he barely talks to me and has almost never said anything to me. And that's okay. They don't understand why I'm not as smart as they are. I might be. I don't really know. I've never really entertained that part of myself because I feel like it's not very happy for other people when you're serious all the time. I feel like everybody is too serious in my house all the time. So I'm in Ponyville and I want to do fun things. Mostly I just want everyone to have a happier day and be happier and not so serious all the time with the worries.
And where did you say your family's from?
Vancouver.
Vancouver, okay. I don't think that's actually a place. So
it is on the map.
Up in the top left. That's right. Oh, we haven't.
Vancouver. It's totally not Vancouver. What you talking about?
Vancouver.
Okay, cool. I love it. All right. Anything else you want to add on Smiley Bright's front? I think I got a good idea of family and whatnot. And oh my gosh, your parents are going to be fun to play.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, then. I think that's it for our ponies.
Can I take 5 seconds to go to the loo because it's early?
Definitely. We'll be wrapping up here in a moment anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching our character summary video. I hope you look forward to seeing all of these ponies in play. Don't tell people what their secret stuff is yet, because in episode 1 we are playing as fillies where they will not have their cutie marks or their special abilities, and you'll see what happens in that episode.
I'm thinking maybe my pony came to Ponyville as a filly, since it's a filly. Maybe because she was bullied for being like really shy. So they moved her school to Ponyville.
And then you guys are going to be the ragtag friends who are...
Yeah.
That's why you're my best friend. I have to make you happier.
Also, one other thing I want to note is...
I'm happy already.
The elements of harmony are going to change. They're not going to be as many as there were before. They're just going to be the 4 of them so that we can make it a little bit different.
Do I need to change the number of colors on the rainbow now?
The main characters that are in the main show will not be necessarily in this show as the main characters. These are the new main characters. So we'll be kind of like taking like a different take on the universe pretty much. But there will be still like Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, etc. Post Luna being crazy.
I was about to say, who fixed Luna then?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to find out.
Alternate timeline. Okay.
Yeah, it's alternate timeline basically. But I think that's it. Unless you have anything else you want to add.
I'm good.
All right. See you guys on the 7th.